In the shadow of the Cold War, America needed a weapon the world had never seen.
A bomber that could vanish but invisible to radar, invisible to the enemy, invisible to death itself.
The year was 1981. Deep inside classified Pentagon war rooms, engineers began drawing the impossible. Its name would become legend. They called it the B-2 Spirit.
Northrop Grumman, America's premier aerospace giant, took on the impossible challenge.
On November 22, 1988, the world got its first look at the most expensive aircraft ever built.
Its flying wing design had no tail, no fuselage, just one smooth, continuous surface of engineered perfection.
July 17, 1989 Callard, the Spirit took flight for the very first time.
Its radar cross-section, the size of a house sparrow. A single, solitary house sparrow proved, carrying the power of the apocalypse.
4 General Electric F-118 turbofan engines pushed the Spirit silently through the stratosphere.
No vertical stabilizers, no sharp edges, every curve, every surface porous, a mathematical equation designed to defeat radar.
Its skin, coated in a radar-absorbing material so delicate, it could only survive inside an air-conditioned hangar.
The cost? $2 billion per aircraft. In 1997 money.
The United States Air Force had dreamed of 132 of them. Congress gave them 21. Each one represents
20 Alun-1 aircraft. Each one hand-built. Each one irreplaceable. Each one priceless.
Inside its 2 weapon bays preferring 40,000 pounds of pure destructive force. 2 GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrators, may each one weighing 30,000 pounds capable of destroying underground bunkers buried 200 feet deep. Or 80 Mk-82 JDAM precision bombs, airy, enough to level an entire military complex in a single pass. Or BOWed, 16 nuclear bombs, enough to end a civilization.
2 pilots, no other crew. Flying alone across continents, in silence, in the dark.
The B-2 Spirit entered service in 1997 and immediately became America's most powerful deterrent.
Its first combat mission trade, Kosovo, 1999. A 30-hour round trip from Missouri to Europe and back.
No fighter escort needed, no support aircraft. The Spirit flew alone and came home untouched.
For decades, the B-2 Spirit was the undisputed king of the sky.
Then, in June 2025, the world watched in awe. Happened. Operation Midnight Hammer. B-2 Spirits crossed thousands of miles of open ocean, neared undetected at hand, heading for Iran. Their targets? Fordo and Natanz 10s, Iran's most heavily fortified nuclear facilities, buried deep underground. The bombs dropped. The bunkers collapsed. Iran never saw it coming.
The B-2 Spirit had just written another chapter in the history of American air power.
But even legends grow old. Even masterpieces become outdated.
By the 2020s, the world had changed. China and Russia had built radar systems that could detect almost anything.
The United States Air Force knew a new bomber was needed, something the world had never imagined. In 2011, the Long-Range Strike Bomber program was born. TAE, classified, secret, and urgent.
In October 2015, Northrop Grumman won the contract. The B-21 Raider was officially coming to life.
They named it Raidertime, in honor of the Doolittle Raiders, who struck Tokyo in 1942 when America needed hope most.
We named her in honor of the past, so she may carry us towards the future.
December 2, 2022, Palmdale, California. The curtain was finally pulled back. The B-21 Raider. America's first new bomber in over 30 years.
At first glance, it looked like the B-2's younger sibling. Look closer, Pad. It is something entirely different.
Smaller, thinner, more compact. Every inch of its design calculated by artificial intelligence.
The B-21's wingspan stretches approximately 140 to 150 feet time, compared to the B-2's massive 172-foot span.
But smaller doesn't mean weaker. It means smarter.
Every bolt, every panel, every seam on the B-21 was positioned using AI optimization to scatter radar in every direction.
The result? True 360-degree stealth. Invisible from the front, the rear, the sides, invisible from everywhere.
The B-21 doesn't just absorb radar. Its advanced composite materials are stealth by their very nature.
And unlike the B-2's iconic jet black ram paint twin, the B-21's coating is embedded directly into the airframe.
The B-2 needed climate-controlled hangars just to survive. The B-21 was built to live in the real world.
Where the B-2 has 4 engines, the B-21 needs only 2 kind, buried deeper, shielded better, practically impossible to detect by infrared.
The S-duct intake design channels air so deeply into the airframe that the engine faces are completely hidden from radar. The exhaust? Fully shielded. No heat bloom, no infrared lock. No missile can chase what it cannot see.
Inside the B-21, an electronically scanned radar array sees the battlefield like no bomber ever has.
Advanced electronic warfare systems, related to the F-35's own combat-proven suite, give the B-21 the ability to blind enemy radars entirely.
No GPS signal? No problem. The B-21 navigates through jammed, denied environments that would blind any other aircraft.
Its open systems architecture means the B-21 can be upgraded with new weapons, new software, new capabilities in months, not years.
The B-21's weapon bays are deeper, narrower, optimized for the next generation of standoff weapons.
The AGM-181 long-range standoff missile, a nuclear cruise missile that can strike from hundreds of miles away.
The B-6112 nuclear glide bomb. The B-6113 bunker buster. The B-20 turbuster.
And conventional weapons too hard. The AGM-158 JAS-MER, a long-range cruise missile that can strike targets from 500 miles away. The B-2 carries 30,000 pounds of weapons, less than the B-2 THAAD, but the United States plans to build over 100 of them. 100 Raiders, each one stealthier than the B-2. Together, Sally, an unstoppable strategic force.
At roughly $550 million per aircraft, the B-21 costs a fraction of the B-2's $2.1 billion price tag.
More affordable, more numerous, more survivable. The B-21 isn't just a bomber. It's a strategy.
November 10, 2023. Edwards Air Force Base, California. The B-21 Raider flew for the very first time.
Aviation enthusiasts gathered at the fence line at Plant 42 Cowed and watched the future take wing.
Unlike, the B-21 is designed primarily for one theater above all others: the Indo-Pacific.
China has built the most sophisticated air defense network in history. The B-21 was born to defeat it.
Where the B-2 was built to fight the Soviet Union, the B-21 was built to fight the threat of 2030 and beyond.
The B-21 is also designed to operate optionally unmanned. A pilot in the cockpit, or no pilot at all. It could one day lead formations of loyal wingman drones, RAO, a single raider controlling dozens of unmanned aircraft. The B-21 is not just a bomber, it is a command node, a strike platform, a network hub, a force multiplier. The B-2's cockpit features a wide, wraparound windscreen, giving pilots panoramic visibility. The B-21's cockpit is radically different. Narrow slit windows, optimized for stealth over visibility.
Reduced visibility. Cameras, sensors, and AI give the crew awareness no human eye could match.
So which aircraft is truly the greatest? The question itself misunderstands the mission. The B-2 Spirit proved that stealth was not just possible, it was decisive. It changed warfare forever.
The B-21 Raider takes that proof and builds a future on it. More capable, more survivable, more lethal.
America didn't replace a legend. It created a new one, S-Pone, built on the shoulders of the last. The B-2 Spirit will retire when the last Raider rolls off the production line. Its legacy will never retire.
The sky belongs to America, and America just built a new ghost to haunt it.